Okay, we're live.
Good morning, Facebook family. Once again, Pop On's Health and Community Tips for the Week. It is our joy to come here every Monday morning with you to give you health tips if in the event that you want to really pursue a healthy lifestyle or if necessary, make informed healthcare decisions. And community tip, really good information for you to know. And on this program this morning, it's actually both as a combination of health and really good, exciting information for you to know. And so I have with me, she wasn't here. She's such a trooper. She was ill last week. Everybody knows her. Her fame is nationwide. The lady with the glasses is Susan Gallagher. Susan.
Good morning. Good
It is
morning. So good to be here.
it is so good to have you back, Susan. And everybody asked me last week, and Susan, it's surprising how many people stop me. How's the lady with the glasses? We didn't see her. She wasn't on. And where's Andrea? So I'm just so happy that everybody knows you and Andrea and whatever, and know that you're out here every Monday morning representing New Horizons Behavior Health, an organization that has been doing so much for so many years in the community, with the Andrea Winston, the Chief Executive Officer, who's doing Florence Nightingale now, taking care of her daughter. And of course, Tree of Life Healthcare with Reverend Dr. Laurel Clyott, who provides the physical health. These two organizations, New Horizons Behavior Health and Tree of Life Healthcare, have combined for what's called integrative healthcare, your one-stop shop for health. And they are really invested in looking out for you. They don't turn anyone away. And so that's why I partnered with them, because they fit the bill for me of two organizations that are really out in the community looking out for your welfare. And we have on the program two people. We have Ms. Cheryl Cole, who is the public health educator at the Department of Health. And we also have two other individuals. The health department does so much. We have Ms. Sharon Moore, who is a health educator and fatherhood liaison. And we have Ms. Dorcas, I hope I don't butcher your name, Wobble, who is a program director of Georgia Strong Families. Dorcas, did I butcher your last name? If I did,
Yes.
tell me again.
Yes.
It's Woody. It's okay.
Woody, there we go. Woody, chalk that up to my head and not my heart. Okay, so now what we're doing, this show is so popular, Facebook family, that we have to do a pre-show to the show because so many people want to come on. And so we do a pre-show that starts at 9:45 to 10, and then we have our regular show that starts at 10. And so what we're going to do, we're going to start out with all this good information that Cheryl Kolb is going to give us. And Cheryl, you will be, I'm going to have to rely on the executive producer, the lady with the glasses, to get you scheduled to come on a regular program. And so Cheryl, I'm going to, if you just take a minute, tell everybody about yourself, and then launch into your segment of the show.
So I really wasn't prepared to give a whole lot of information being the pre-show, but I do have some good information today. I wanted to let people know that opioids are rampant in our district. We have had 3 spikes in the past 2 months. Last year we had 3 spikes the entire year. So that's partially due to we're doing better at collecting the data, and also COVID has had a desperate effect on opioid use. People are more likely to use because they're isolated. People think, well, maybe drugs aren't as rampant because people aren't able to get out and around, but it's unfortunately that's not true. So I just want to give you some really important figures here in Georgia in comparing 2019 to 2020. So 2019 we didn't have COVID, 2020 we did. Fentanyl overdose deaths have increased 160%.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Opioid overdose deaths have increased 58.3%.
Wow.
Opioid involved emergency room visits, 56.6% increase. Heroin involved emergency room visits up 65.8%. These numbers are early numbers indicative of what we're going to see for, the years to come. And I talked when I was having to work on COVID. So I started this position in February. By March, I was knee deep in COVID. By the end of March, I was over my head and I was reassigned to COVID for 6 months. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to work on my program. It's a brand new program. And but I did get back to it earlier than expected, but these were the numbers that were reported to us here by Atlanta just 2 weeks ago. So, and they're early numbers. We don't have the complete numbers. Those are just early numbers. What can you do? What can we do? Well, first off, we need to educate the community. Okay, and that's part of what I'm doing is educating the community. And we need to track it better. So we have a program called ODMAP that we're wanting to get law enforcement to use, so we can track those overdoses that they're seeing, along with we're going to pull in EMS data. So this is something coming up here in the future. And so also you can be involved. You can be part of the Community Opioid Prevention Alliance. We call it COPA. And we're meeting every other month, but now we're meeting quarterly because this program has been extended because of the seriousness of what's going on. We've been extended. And so our next meeting is going to be Thursday, April 15th at 1. We do it virtually. So it's really easy. You just come on in, and usually we start with having somebody share how opioids have affected their life, whether they were previously a user, current user, or maybe they've lost someone to a death due to opioids. So we want the community to see what's going on here. And these are
and Cheryl, let me stop you just for 1 minute. So you're going to be having what? A meeting when?
Thursday, April 15th at 1.
April the 15th at 1 p.m. Where at?
It's going to be virtually on WebEx.
And the purpose, what is it? It's going to be a discussion on what?
We talk about how we can better service our communities. So, and that also includes our district. As we grow, we're going to pull in more organizations from the district. But, we just had 2 meetings, so we're just getting started. But, we've had really good turnout. About 30 people show up each time, which is that's a good virtual turnout. So it's a good in-person turnout, to be honest. But
so April the 15th at 1 p.m., how would how would somebody like me who's so computer challenged, let me put it to you that way, extremely challenged, how would I get involved with something like this here?
You just send me an email at Cheryl, CHERYL, .Kolb, KOLB, at dph.ga.gov.
Got what?
Gov, G-O-V.
If you will send me a flyer with that information,
Will do.
I will ask Mr. Mike King to run that on CCG TV. That's free advertising for you. So if you will send that to me, I appreciate it. And so now anyone can come on. Now, how could someone doesn't know anything about anything, nothing about opioids? Explain to our viewing audience how they can be of help. And my grandmother was the type of person, she never worried about her ability. She was her capability. She was always concerned of being available with people. So how can the average person, just to come on, they don't know anything about opioids, how can they be of help?
First off, getting educated and understanding that this is the thing. There's so much stigma behind treatment of addiction.
Yes.
People don't get treatment.
Right.
No one gives me stigma because I have to take metformin for diabetes.
Exactly.
There's no stigma in that. But if I take Suboxone because I was in pain management for 10 years And I'm looked at as something's wrong with you. But this is a medication that stabilizes people in addiction. So first thing we need to do is just get people educated.
There
And
we
that's,
go. There we go.
that's what we need to do is when I come on here next time, I want to give you a little bit of education about opioids. I want to just tell people what it's about, talk a little bit about Narcan, how it can save lives. But you know, there's just education and reducing stigma in our community is so important. So many people will get into treatment, and because somebody goes, oh, you're taking that medicine, they'll hurry up and get off of it and relapse. I would rather see somebody take methadone for their entire life than get off of it and start back on heroin.
Oh,
So,
are you serious? That's horrendous. Something
yes.
like that is horrendous. And you want to know something? You are 150% correct. In fact, we talk about that all the time, Susan, Andrea, and I, that there's so many people get incorrect information and are willing to point fingers at everyone, not realizing that someone that may have a behavior problem, it deals with something physical, neurotransmitters. And so just like someone who's diabetic has to take insulin or hypoglycemic medication, there's nothing different about it. And you know, we have come a long way,
Yes,
Cheryl, in the way we view things, but we still have a long way to go.
we do.
And what I wanted you to allude to is that a person doesn't have to have anything, just come and learn something, get educated. And then once you get educated, then you can be about really actually getting involved in doing something.
Absolutely. So, and also, I just want to let everybody know I do Narcan distributions every fourth Thursday at Homeless Resource Network. Anybody can pull up and get Narcan there. So Narcan is a drug that reverses overdoses. And we, you know, all you got to do is pull up, and I'll show you just real quick. And I pass these out. This Narcan rescue kit. I pass these out. There's 2 kits in every bag. That's 4 doses of Narcan.
Let me ask you a question now.
If we save your life today, we save your life tomorrow. One day you're going to be ready for treatment, and that's what we're hoping for.
I like that. Say that again, please.
If we save your life today, and then we save your life again tomorrow, and maybe we do it all week. Maybe we save your life 4 times in the next week. Maybe the last time we save your life is the day you're ready to do treatment. So we want to make sure that we get you to that point. You might not be ready today. You might be on heroin. You'll be like, I'm fine. I got this covered. I know how to handle it. But I give you a kit and somebody saves your life, and you're like, that's it. And that's where I'm trying to get people to. So, you know, if you're in the at-risk community and you need Narcan, again, email me. I'll get it to you. Also, I'm at Homeless Resource Network every 4th Thursday from 9.
I'm an old man and got arthritis in my hands, and I write kind of slow. So then every 4th Thursday, right?
That is correct.
From what time?
9 to 12.
What she said?
9 to 12.
9 to 12.
And the Homeless Resource Network is on 2nd Avenue.
Yep.
Okay, so say again, Susan.
The Homeless Resource is located on 2nd Avenue.
Is this where you're at? This where you will be at, Cheryl?
They let me distribute there. I'm at 2100 Comer.
I'm getting confused now.
Yeah, I'm at the old health department, but they let me come in there and distribute. It's just a real good location. There's not, you know, I got a lot of foot traffic coming through for the at-risk population. And
So in other words, every Thursday from 9 to 12.
Every 4th Thursday.
Avenue. Every 4th Thursday, that's what I thought. Every 4th Thursday.
Every 4th Thursday, she's at the Homeless Resource Network. So once a month, she's at the Homeless Resource Network distributing Narcan. From 9 to 12, the 4th Thursday of the month at the Homeless Resource Network on 2nd Avenue.
Mhm.
Okay.
Free Narcan kits.
Yes.
And anybody can use Narcan. It's easy to use. It's the nasal spray.
Right.
Anybody can save a life using the Narcan. It's very easy to use, very simple to use.
I,
Susan, Cheryl, would you
Yeah.
also then send me a flyer that stipulates that, and I will make sure that it gets out into the community.
will do.
And
I have that flyer ready to go.
Susan, you know what we need to do? If we do have that, I'd like to just mention that when we have our shows, just maybe at the top, just to remind people, because this is really good information for our community to really have something like this here. And a person
New Horizons started medicated assisted treatment in October for individuals who don't have any form of insurance. We've started a new program. We call it MAT-SOR, Medicated Assisted Treatment State Opioid Response. So they can all, if you've had your life saved through Narcan and you're ready to enter treatment,
Absolutely.
call New Horizons and make an appointment and tell them that you're ready for medicated assisted treatment. You can call 569-706-569-5500 and let them know you're ready to enter treatment and you want to be in the MAT-SOR program. But that is only for people without insurance. If you have insurance, there's other programs available for treatment.
Well, isn't that some good information, Facebook family? That's why I say I partner with New Horizons and I partnered with Tree of Life. You heard what she said. If you don't have any insurance, where do you get that at? I mean, you don't. I'll be honest with you. And I'm excited. Cheryl, I'm really excited about this because you've educated me in a little short time. If you send those flyers to me now, I will ask Mike King, who's a very good friend of mine. And Mike King does so much in the community. He does my program, Focus on Health. But you ask Mike King anything dealing with the community, Mike is boom, right there. He's right on. Yeah. And so we can run this information on CCGTV. Susan, you get ready to say something.
No, I was going to agree with you about Mike King. He knows every program that's out there in the city. I thought you knew a lot of people. Mike King knows a lot of people
Mike
too.
King knows a lot of, and guess what now? Let's come on now. Don't let yourself out the loop. You know a lot of people, Susan. Trust me when I say so. In fact, you're the one that mentioned Cheryl. And I had completely forgotten, Cheryl, that we had that conversation prior to the pandemic. But we did have that conversation. But Susan is the one that mentioned, we need to get Cheryl on. I said, we were talking about in the counties, they have nothing. Would you speak a little bit about the counties, Cheryl? Because we're hurting here in Muskogee County. But out there in the counties, they have no resources whatsoever.
Well, and the thing is, we are seeing spikes in Sumter and Crisp counties, and there are, but one overdose in a very small county is statistically significant. So we are seeing some of the smaller counties having overdoses. The thing is, now that I am fully vaccinated and immune, I'm going to be out in those counties. I'm also distributing Narcan at different locations out there. So, any organizations that want me to come to their organization, I can teach them about Narcan. I can set up and do a distribution. We can figure out a way to get it to the at-risk community. I have a lot of different ways. I'll use peers. A lot of times peers will come to me. They'll have a list of people. They'll be like, these people, they need Narcan, and I'll make sure we get that to them. Often you go into places that you might not think, well, Cheryl don't need to be there, but I'm there with a life-saving drug. People are excited to see me show up. And I call them undisclosed locations because they are. And we just want to make sure that wherever, people are currently actively using drugs, that they have this available, because I know they're coming to the end of their, turn, and they need this, and they need in treatment. So when I pass out these kits, I also make sure there's a MAT treatment flyer in there. Everybody gets one of those. so they know about what we got going over with New Horizons. And of course, New Horizons knows if they have somebody that just can't even wait, a few days, we have another treatment program that they can get into. So we're just trying to expand treatment to continue to save lives. So it's just so important right now across our district, even in our rural areas, that we make sure everybody has Narcan and has access to treatment. So hopefully next year we'll be able to expand our treatment grant out into the counties, fingers crossed. So, because right now I'm kind of limited to Muskogee, but we make it work. We figure out a way to make it work.
And I can help in that. We've only got about 20 seconds left. I will ask Mr. Jim Livingston, who's the executive director of the River Valley Regional Commission. That's 16 counties. We have our virtual meetings once a month. If I can have him schedule you to attend one of our meetings and to do a presentation. And if you'll send those flyers to me, and Susan, also the information on the flyer about the program that New Horizons has. Thank you, Cheryl. We'll get together for you to come on a regular show, which is a half an hour. You did an awesome job. You educated me. You never get too old to learn. And now I'm going to have Sharon and I'm going to have Dorcas.
Send me a flyer too.
Huh?
I was asking Cheryl to send me a flyer too. I'll put it on our Facebook page.
Right.
Excellent.
And now I'm going to have Sharon and I'm going to have Dorcas educate me about this marvelous program that they have. Thank you, Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
Now we have Miss Cheryl Moore and we have Miss Dorcas Woody, who I did it right this time. Who are going to go talk about Georgia Strong Families. And so would you take a minute just to talk a little bit about yourself? And we'll start with you, Sharon. Just take about a minute to let them know how long you've been with the health department, other areas that you've been involved in and whatever. And then Dorcas, if you would jump on and tell them a little bit about yourself, and then we'll jump into the slideshow. Now we're going to have to move at light speed through the slideshow because there's 19 of us and it's a lot of material. But I do know that there are some things you're going to come back and talk about on the 26th, for example, the men's program. Okay, right. So if you would start off, Sharon.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sharon Moore. I'm with the Georgia Strong family here at the health department. I have been here for a few years now. I started out with the Project Lunch program, and we moved on to Georgia Strong Families. I'm here as the health educator, and I also work with the fatherhood program as well as the Lena Start program, which we will talk about later.
And hi, my name is Dorcas Woody. I am the program coordinator for the Georgia Strong Families program. Our program began here at the Columbus Health Department in 2019, and we started seeing clients in January of 2020, right before the pandemic began. And we have been going strong, just continuing to help the families here in Muskogee County through this pandemic.
All righty, I went through the slides. Well, you all do an awful lot. I mean, I'm really excited about this. This is a program that is sorely needed in this community. And so I'm going to let you start showing your slides. The way we work the program is that if Susan or I have a question, we'll just jump right on in. It's a very relaxed program. Ask our question, you can answer it, then you can go on with your slides. So I'm looking forward. It says Georgia Strong Families Program.
Okay. What is the Georgia Strong Families? What is the Georgia Strong Families program? So the Georgia Strong Families program is a program here in Muskogee County. We are a federal Healthy Start program, and we do provide support to families that live in the Columbus area. Our program really focuses on improving health for families before, during, and after their pregnancy. We are here to help families with information, resource connection, providing them services. We really want to be sure that the family has everything they need to make sure that they have a healthy pregnancy, have a healthy baby, that they're raising a healthy family, and they're being just healthy and strong all around. We do offer several services through Georgia Strong Families, just as Mr. Barnes said. And so our program does provide care coordination. We have group sessions. We do lots of outreach. We were just out in the community last week giving out free diapers to families. We offer home visitation services as well as prenatal group care. We try to make sure that we explain to families that we are not defects. Our goal is just come in and help the families and meet them where they are. We would like to do everything we possibly can so that that family doesn't become a defects client. We also offer prenatal and postnatal screenings, including the Edinburgh screening. We like to make sure that we keep an eye on if any of our families who just delivered are having any postpartum depression concerns. We offer developmental screenings in case any of those little ones end up having any type of development delays. We try to make sure we catch those early, get them to the right services to make sure that those issues with their baby can be caught before it gets too bad. We also offer preconception, which is information before pregnancy, getting your body healthy, getting your mind right to be ready to have a baby whenever you're ready, as well as the fatherhood program that Ms. Sharon spoke about earlier.
And Sharon, let me jump in. Could you go back to the first slide, please?
Sure.
Also, what I like about this program, it focuses on improving health outcomes before, which is extremely, extremely, extremely important, doing, which is extremely, extremely, extremely important, and after pregnancy. This is an awesome program. And I'd like to say something else, by the way. This is the first time that I've seen slides this small, but you can read every word. It's awesome. So this is an awesome display you have here. This program is so comprehensive. It just blew my mind that a program like this here is out in the community. Let me ask you a question. Do many people know about this program?
So we're kind of known, but we would like to be known more. Like I said, I think a lot of our traction was slow due to the pandemic. We had lots of outreach things scheduled to be out in the community, get our names known, and then the pandemic happened, and so we haven't really been able to get out in the community like we would like to. We do, of course, still have plenty of space available for enrollments. I think the pandemic and not being able to get our names out there the way we wanted to.
But you want to know something? This is a beginning of making that happen, because this is an awesome program. And I'm going to let you go on because we have a lot of slides, but I want this information to get out because every last one of your slides is extremely important. And I'll let our viewing audience know that the last part where it says Fatherhood Initiative really got my attention initially about this program. And they're going to be coming back on the 26th of April to talk exclusively, I think, about the Fatherhood Initiative. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. You go on to your slide. Next slide, please.
So just a quick overview. We do currently only serve families in Muskogee County, but we serve families before pregnancy and then to the child's 18th month of that child's life. And so we serve before pregnancy to 18 months of age. Our family, our Healthy Start, our Georgia Strong Families program really strives to connect families to other social service programs. We want to make sure they have a comprehensive health. We try to ensure that they have health insurance, that they have a primary physician, that they're going to their annual visits as well as taking their baby to all of the well child checkups. We try to ensure that men know the importance of having a primary physician and getting their male screenings done as well, because you can't have a healthy family if a dad is sick. And so,
well, I'm telling you, Sharon, this is awesome. So you offer just complete wraparound services for the family, because we're talking about the mother, we're talking about the baby, and we're talking about the male. And so this is a complete wraparound program that offers a lot.
Yes, and so we do follow families across 4 perinatal periods: preconception, which is before pregnancy, pregnancy during their pregnancy years, interconception, which is the time between the baby being born and the 6-month period, and then postpartum, which is the 6 months to the child's 18th month of life. Birth
Yeah.
spacing is extremely important, and we try to make sure that the individuals in our program understand that you do want to space out the birth of your children by at least 18 months. That way your body has time to heal, you have time to bond with that baby, and you're able to just take care of yourself before becoming a mother to another child.
All righty. Next slide.
So there are several different components to Georgia Strong Families.
And some of these components with Georgia Strong Family, what we do, we try to engage women and men that are in childbearing years, and that's the preconception. We engage parents, pregnant moms, and postpartum women, and that's the childbirth and parenting classes. We also do nutrition counseling. We try to make sure mom and dad is not smoking in the home, so we give the smoking cessation to help them stop smoking. We want them to know the importance of breastfeeding, so we have the breastfeeding education. We also have safe sleep education as well as car seat safety. The case management and home visiting part, we use the parent as teacher curriculum. We also use the Partners for a Healthy Baby curriculum. The Partners for a Healthy Baby curriculum, we work with prenatal moms up until the baby is 6 months old. We also have group connection, which we will talk about a little bit later, fatherhood involvement, and community action network, as well as the Lena Scott program. We will talk about each one of these individually.
Okay, next slide, please.
So Preconception Project, that's what she started talking about. It refers to men and women who are at the childbearing age. A lot of times when we think of preconception, we think of just the mom, but we work with the men and women that is at childbearing age and have had no children. So we want the men as well as the women to get this education about their bodies and how to wait until they're ready to have a baby. What the project do is aim to improve their health and promote family planning and empower success. This is what we are all about. We want the families to be successful, and we want them to know about family planning and the birth spacing.
And Sharon, I'm really glad that, the Bible says my people perish for lack of knowledge. I like the fact that you are actually sitting the woman and the man together and educating them together and really letting them be vested as a family and realize to be involved in this whole entire process. This is an awesome bonding process that you have here in this program. Next slide, please.
Thank you. So what we offer, like she said before, is case management. And with the case management part, our goal is to support families so that they can have a healthy, safe pregnancy. And what we do when we go into the home, we work alongside the families to ensure that they have a healthy baby, they raise a healthy family, and they keep themselves healthy and strong. We do this by providing personal visits with the educator. This is on a one-on-one basis. We also have group settings. Some people may not want to do one-on-one. And for them, we have groups where they can actually get together, talk to their peers, and talk to the educator. The educator will have educational material there to go over for each visit. While in the home, we will do fun activities that promote early learning and development. We do perinatal and postnatal screenings, child development screenings, and we connect the family to local community resources. A lot of times when families come into our program, they may need other resources. and we make sure that they have everything that they need in order to be successful.
Next slide, please.
Okay. So in our case management, we do use 2 different curriculums. We use the Parents as Teachers curriculum and the Partners for a Healthy Baby curriculum. PAT is more one-on-one focused. It works with the families one-on-one, whether in their home or right now because of COVID, we're doing everything virtually. But it really focuses on the child's development and ensuring that that child has the support while engaging their families. Partners for a Healthy Baby is kind of a similar program, but it's able to be used on one-on-one or in group sessions. That really focuses on birth spacing, improving your birth outcomes, and of course, making sure that the family is self-sufficient.
And Sharon and Dorcas, what I really love about this program that you're presenting, at each step, 2 things are happening: education, involvement, and you're right there assisting. This is awesome right here. Okay, next, group connections.
Yes, sir. So every month we have what we call a group connection. It is where we bring our enrolled families together so they can have social interaction with each other while also learning about a topic that they have told us is important to them in the community. And we always ask our families if there's any information that they're looking for, what would they like to learn more about, and then we go out, connect with community partners, and get them to come on to our group connections once a month and just discuss that. So recently we did have a home buying seminar that NeighborWorks got on and spoke to our families about becoming homeowners and how that doesn't have to be as difficult as some people believe it might be. I apologize, my allergies are terrible right now.
Yeah, I know how I have them too.
And so that really went well. Some of our families did sign up for the program, and so that's just helping them reach another goal.
We also talk about understanding.
Can you go back to the group connections? Let me tell you something. This is awesome. And I saw this when I watched the slide previously this weekend, and I was going to ask you a question. I know that Kathy Williams, the NeighborWorks, does so much to help first-time home buyers. Things like helping them to, if there's credit problems that they have, showing them how to work within a budget and things of that nature. And when I saw this on the slide, I made a little mental note to ask you about them. I think this is an area that is really teaching people, it's doing 2 things. It's teaching the individuals along how to look and plan for the future as a couple, and it's teaching all the valuable things that you need to have if you're going to be moving forward in your life, like planning, having a budget, buying a home, all the things that's involved in that. I noticed also that you have Understanding Depression. Susan did an excellent program on, let's hear it, Susan. What is it? It's okay?
It's okay to not be okay. It's just not okay to stay that way.
That's awesome.
Okay.
And because of the pandemic, the depression, a lot of people were feeling depressed, could not put a finger on exactly what it was. And I like this last thing, making vision boards. I know a little bit about that, but I'd like for you to speak about it so that our viewing audience will know what that's all about.
So vision boards, depending on how you look at it, is more of a tool that is used to encourage individuals to know where they want their year to go. So in January, we made vision boards. We explained, what a vision board could mean for you, reasons why people use vision boards, and then we gave all of our families the supplies to make their own vision board. Some of them included information like, I want to buy a house, or I need a new car, I want to finish school. And so it allows them to be able to take the items that they put on their vision board, hang it up, and it's a daily reminder for them that this is the goal that I'm working towards. And really help to assist them in knowing that, it doesn't have to be attainable. I just have to work at it every day so they don't lose the vision per se of what goals they want to make, and they start taking those steps to make it to completing what they put on their board for the year.
And Sharon and Dorcas, you two are exactly right. I've seen these vision boards. The first time when I was introduced to a vision board, personally, it definitely helped me to plan future. And so when I saw this in this slide, I said, my goodness, I said, you all there at Strong Families, if anyone who joins this program, they can't help but succeed because you have thought about the whole 360 degrees that individuals need, all the information that they need to know. And so next slide, please.
So next we'll talk about the Fatherhood Initiative. And what we use is the 24/7 GADS sessions. It's held once per week, and it's a 12-week discussion. This is basically where GADS can get together. They talk one-on-one with each other. We're not involved. We're only involved in the back side of it. But it's where the men can actually get together on their own and use the 24/7 curriculum to talk about things that going on in their lives, how to be better parents, what they need to do in order to succeed as a father. We have quarterly mailings, and in these quarterly mailings, some of the fathers are not able to attend the 24/7 GAD sessions. So we give them that education, even if they're not able to attend, by sending them mailings. Within the 24/7 GADS curriculum, they also work with educational group sessions. We had a resource fair last week, and week before last, and last week, we actually had graduation for our fathers. The next section will start on May 6th. To be eligible for the fatherhood program, you simply have to be a father or a father figure between the ages of 14 to 60. Once again, our program is only here in Muskogee County. The male has to be expecting a baby or parenting a child from 0 to 18 months.
I just want to make a comment when you say, and I like this here. I mean, and when you mentioned it to me initially, Sharon, when I saw the Fatherhood Initiative, I was really so glad. The one thing that I've seen, there used to be a time when the fathers were just kept out of the picture. You couldn't even go into the delivery room. And now this covers so many facets that men really need to be involved in. And I noticed that what I like about this here, you can be a father or a father figure. Right. That's awesome. That opens up the doorway to anyone who really has an interest in a child's life and wants to be intimately involved. And I like the ages, by the way, 14 to 60. That caught my eye quickly. The lady with the glasses, Sharon, smiling on that one. 14 to 60 is a good one. I'm glad because, that opens up for a lot of the grandparents are like in the community individuals who are really good-hearted individuals and really want to be involved in helping a young mother who may have problems or whatever, to really be involved in that child's life by helping that mother and going to classes to learn how they can be really of help. So this wraparound services that you have here, and I can't wait until the 26th to hear more about this Fatherhood Initiative. Next slide, please.
So we also have what we call a Community Action Network, or our CAN. And our CAN consists of ourselves as well as different community partners and agencies in Muskogee County. Our goal here is we get together every other month and we discuss different topics that our families are currently going through. We use the CAN to try to brainstorm ways that our agency as well as the other local agencies can work together to organize community events or some type of partnership to assist our families with the things that we focus on. we focus greatly on breastfeeding, safe sleep and car seat safety, as well as early literacy. And so we focus on those three topics during those CAN meetings with our community partners, and we just try to come up with ways that we can help each other because, of course, our clients are referred to them, their clients are referred to us, and so we're all working with the same population. We all have similar goals. And of course, we believe in working smarter and not harder. So there are power in numbers. And if we all get together, we can help each other with getting closer to our goals of bettering the community.
And Dorcas and Sharon, if you would read all those multicolored, when I went through, I saw you have Title V program.
On the picture,
Yeah, the
Mr.
faith communities. Could you just read those off? This is an awesome consortium to have. And you meet, how often do you meet?
Every other month.
That's awesome. Could you just read, can you just read the bottom? I can kind of read it with the 5 points that I have.
Yes, sir. So I can kind of consist of course, ourselves. We have community health centers and hospitals on our meeting. We have WIC, housing and food assistance programs, faith-based organizations, behavioral health providers, Title V programs, the local health department, as well as our community members. We do invite our families to CAN to kind of voice their opinion on how things should be handled or needs that they may have.
That is awesome. That is really, really, really awesome. You know, the scope, the overall scope of this program, if individuals take advantage of this, they cannot help but have a healthy child. Not only that, but it's not only the physical, it's the mental health. It's all the intangibles that individuals need to really look forward, create a vision board, and actually have an organization, your organization, help them realize their dream, a healthy child, healthy family relationships, and connection with resources. And this is an awesome, with a capital A, program. And I am excited about this program here. And I want to make sure that we get this program out into the community. And I'm going to be thinking of some ways besides this program. This program reaches a lot of people. And I know a lot of people are going to call. But I want to talk to you about receiving some of your flyers. I want to start showing the fatherhood program. If you could do a flyer which just encapsulates some of the things of the program and the dates, so I can ask my good friend and a person who's always interested in the community, Mike King, to run that on CCG TV. And I will also ask my webmaster, Harry Underwood here, to run that as well as some of the things that Cheryl Kolb is going to send me as well. Okay, next slide, please.
So under the umbrella of Georgia Strong Families, we also have the Lena Scott program. The Lena Scott program worked with children from birth to 32 months old. It teaches mom how to talk to their baby and how talking is what builds baby's brain.
Awesome.
And that language skills is how the baby's brain will grow. It used the talking tips, 12 talking tips, to improve communication with the baby. And we learned using the talking tips, how that will grow your baby's brain. The classes are weekly and they are 10 weeks. Each week you will receive a book, and the book is so you can grow your library. We want you to have the tools you need to read to your baby every day. The program also offers incentives, diapers, pull-ups, and the program, we know that it is early intervention. And we know that by the time a baby is 3 years old, approximately 80% of their brain is already developed. Therefore, we try to get with the parents as early as possible, hence working from birth to 32 months.
This, you want to know something? This, can you go back to that slide, please? Let me tell you, this is awesome. A lot of research is involved in this program. And while you were talking, I get a good feedback. I look at Susan. She started smiling when you got to this part, this Lena star. She started smiling and shaking her head, yes. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is vitally important when you're talking about the intellectual development of a child. And when I saw this in the slide, I said, "Oh my gosh, this is off the chain." Y'all have put Dorcas and Sharon. Y'all have put a lot of work. You and your staff and individuals involved in this program have really done a lot of work in this here to equip individuals to have a healthy, not only a healthy child, but just a healthy family environment. And it's really, really, really awesome. Next slide, please.
So we currently have a session that started last week, and it's at 6 in the afternoon. Of course, it is virtually now. We do want anyone to know, anyone that's listening to know that we use a recorder to record the talk that you talk to your baby, the number of words you talk to your baby, the number of words your baby talk back to you, as well as any type of media or TV that you may have. The recorder does not have a dictionary. Therefore, it does not know the meaning of words. It just knows that you're using the recorder as a Fitbit. We liken it to a Fitbit. It doesn't know the difference between if you're standing in one place moving your arm or if you're actually walking. That's the way the recorder works because it doesn't have a dictionary. But the feedback you get weekly will let you know how much you're talking to your baby and how many words you should be talking to your baby. So those weekly feedback is what we grow on each week.
I like where it says, talk builds babies' brains, and that is exactly right. Uh-oh, Susan's shaking her head again. Yes, you push another button with Susan. She's shaking her head, yes.
Yes.
And so
this goes into that when we talked about ACEs and how that
Exactly.
childhood brain is so so malleable and so formative. And yes, your brain, by the time you're 3 years old, most of your brain development has occurred. And this early education is so important to literacy and success in future life.
Exactly. This is awesome. Did you know talk builds babies' brains? That's awesome. Next slide, please.
So some of you may or may not have seen, we have several billboards throughout the city of Columbus. We also have some of the city buses wrapped with our logo information on it. So these are just some of the examples of some of the billboards at the top, and then the bus wrap that we have for Georgia Strong Families. We also did, you did follow me? No. Okay. Oh, well, no. So those are our marketing items. Our program does offer several incentives. Because we do know that families in Muskogee County have needs. And so our program does offer Walmart gift cards for various things that participants may do within the program. Of course, diapers and wipes are always helpful when we're talking about young babies. We do offer age-appropriate books to make sure that our families build their home library and they have those books to read to baby. We do pack and plays and to make sure that our families have somewhere safe for their little one to sleep. We really push to have baby in their own sleeping environment. And so to ensure that families are able to have that safe sleeping environment, we do offer our families pack and plays. I think our biggest incentive, which is my favorite, is our Baby Bucks Boutique. And so families earn our baby bucks while they're learning in our program, and they're able to use those bucks to purchase items in our Sweet Beginnings boutique. And our boutique has things from diapers and wipes, breastfeeding, lactation supplies, It has different baby items, developmental toys, bouncy seats, tubs, high chairs, little strollers, bottles, sippy cups. I mean, literally at this point,
Oh
you
my
name it,
gosh.
we have it in there.
Let me ask you a question. Can senior citizens who have great grandchildren, can they join the program too? Please, please.
So you don't necessarily. It's not just the parent. It's the parent or caregiver. So we know sometimes mom and dad are not the ones raising that baby, and so if it is a grandparent that's raising the child, then we will still enroll them and make sure that they're receiving all the
That
information.
is awesome. That is awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yeah, so we try to really be family focused, and we know the ideal family is not always a mom and dad and baby living in the same house. Sometimes
That's
it's mom
exactly
and baby living in one house and dad living in another, but that doesn't mean that we can't all work together for the betterment of the baby. And so we do understand that all family situations are different, and we will still enroll that individual with that baby. Yes.
And now Sharon and Dorcas, we're over, but we have exactly 2 more minutes. So I know that you still have a number of slides still. If we can go through those quickly, because then I want you to give all your contact information, because I want so many individuals who can really appreciate and really use this program to contact you. So if you can go very quickly now, we only got about another 2.5 minutes.
Sure.
And I want
sure,
you to give your contact information at the end of the program.
Yes, sir. So these are just some of the promotional items that we might give when we're out in the community, or some items we might give our moms.
Right.
These are items that we give the men who are in our program. Our favorite slogan is, "You don't have to be a super dad to be a great dad," and so we have that on a lot of our stuff.
Great. Next slide, please. Here we go. Enrollment.
Yes, we are currently enrolling. Right now, we do only serve Muskogee County. It is our goal that in the future we'll be able to serve additional counties, but right now we are only able to serve Muskogee County. We are enrolling women who are currently pregnant, or families and caregivers of children who have 6 months and under. That way we can serve that baby until they're 18 months. Our fatherhood program is also enrolling for basically the same criteria. We won't turn any men away, though. If it's a man out there that wants to know more about the program, they can still attend the 24/7 dad sessions without necessarily meeting that criteria. Having a father is important, and being a great father is important for us.
Now, what I'd like you to do, because we're right at the end of the program, would you give your contact information, both your email? Here we go. Great. This is awesome.
Yes, so we are located within the Columbus Health Department at 5601 Veterans Parkway. Our main number is 706-321-6322, but we can also be contacted individually. My number is 706-321-6375, and Miss Sharon's number is 706-225-6382.
You want to know something, ladies? You did an excellent. This program, by the way, is just an awesome program, and it is so comprehensive. It's just mind-boggling. You have thought, there's been a lot of thought given into this program, and there are a number of people I know in this community that can really use the benefit of this program. Can you get yourself back? Can you omit the slide and get back on your screen so the people can see you? There we go. That's what, let me tell you, ladies, I want to personally look at you and say thank you for this program here, and thank you for every person, every organization who did the hard work to get this. This program is just awesome, and there are so many couples, so many individuals that I know who could benefit from this. So many grandparents, like my wife and I even, who have great grandchildren that can fit into something like this here. You all have thought about everything, and I just want to sincerely thank you for coming on the program. I am excited. On the 26th, you coming back again. You just whet my appetite to hear all this good information. And so you're going to have a half an hour, but I want to throw something out to you. Repetition is the mother of study. And so you can feel free. You got your program on the 26th. I'd like for you to talk about the fathers. I'm excited about that. But I also want you to try to get into that half an hour. A lot of the things that we just did go over that people need to hear again. And you're always, because this program, I want as many people to benefit from this program as possible. You can always call me, the executive producer, lady with the glasses, Miss Susan Gallagher, and come on for the pre-show. This program needs to be out in the community for so many to know about. And I'm going to help in that regard. So I've got something planned in the future that I know you all are going to be excited about. I don't want to put it out yet. The executive producer, Susan, knows it, what we get ready to do. And there is not a program that I know that I would not want to be a part of what I'm fixing to do than your program. It does so much for so many people. And I want to thank you so very much for coming on the show. Looking forward to the 26th, getting some more really good information. My Facebook family, this program is just awesome. There's no other way to call it, but it is a program. And you see they work in coordination. They got little New Horizons here. This program that the health department has. Georgia Strong Families is off the chain. These two professional ladies here have done just an awesome job. And I just want to thank you again on behalf of the community for all that you're offering. And so now, Facebook family, this is the end of the program. Susan, do you have any last words?
No, I don't. Just help build strong, healthy families in Muskogee County. Keep up doing the great work y'all are doing, and I hope the program just keeps growing and growing.
Yes. And let me tell you what I always tell people. For the programs that really do something for y'all, then we need to help them, even if it's volunteering to help out. You know, it saves their budgets. And we need to support the programs that are really supporting us in the community. And New Horizons One, Tree of Life with Reverend Dr. Lowell Plyatt, and this program here that Sharon and Dorcas are doing. They have to love the community to come up with a program like this here. Y'all should have come out now. Y'all should have had something like this bad boy now back when I was about 20 years old now. It would have helped us out a lot, my wife and I, but I'm glad that you're on the scene. Now, to the Facebook family, as I always say, until next time, we are here every Monday morning waiting to give you some good information and to share our Mondays with you. Until next time, I always say, please be good and kind to yourself because God loves you. Bye-bye now.
Thank you for having us.
Bye. Have a good day, ladies. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
That's